In the early 2000s, a startup called Webvan raised over $800 million to deliver groceries online, nearly 20 years before Instacart made it work. The concept was way ahead of its time, but here's where they failed. They blew all their money on warehouses, delivery trucks, and infrastructure without investing in customer education, brand building, or smart advertising. They assumed if we build it, people will come. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Webvan went bankrupt in less than 2 years despite having all the money in the world. The lesson here is that it doesn't matter how great your idea is, if you don't market it properly, early, and strategically, you die broke, period. They burned through $800 million. On the other hand, I built a brand with $30 and a flyer. In this episode, I'm revealing the marketing blueprint that helped me do it so that you can start your business the smart way, even if you're dead broke. So what can we learn from that $800 million crash and burn story? Simple. If you avoid marketing, you're avoiding momentum. And in today's world, that's a death sentence for any business. Now let's talk about why so many entrepreneurs avoid marketing. Why do they hold off launching campaigns, building their digital presence, running ads, or even creating a website? The truth, they're not lazy, they're insecure. And that brings us to Lemonology strategy number 1, confidence is knowledge. If you're not confident, it's not because there's something wrong with you, it's because you don't have the education, you don't have the roadmap. And I get it, the marketing world today is super overwhelming. Digital platforms, SEO, landing pages, pixels, funnels, AI, automations, cold email. It's alphabet soup for people who didn't grow up in a tech world. And when you're in that space, confused, cautious, unsure of where to even begin, you do what most people do. You avoid it, you ignore it, you keep doing random acts of marketing or nothing at all. And that's exactly what Webvan, the $800 million startup crash and burn, did. They built everything except demand. They avoided real customer acquisition strategy and they paid the price. But here's the good news. Confidence is a byproduct of understanding. And understanding is available to anyone who's willing to learn. You don't have to be a tech wizard. You don't need a marketing degree. You just need to lean in and start expanding your business aptitude. It's not optional anymore. If you're afraid of tech or overwhelmed by the marketing tools and digital systems out there, well, you're not alone. But being in the dark is not an excuse to stay stuck. That's why I've put together an insightful AI prompt to help you uncover the fears, gaps, or blind spots that may be holding you back from building a solid foundation as a modern CEO. When you're finished watching this episode, take a minute to scroll down to the video description section below and copy the prompt that I've written for you. Paste it directly into ChatGPT or your favorite AI tool and follow it step by step. It's going to help you assess your skill gaps and give you guidance on where to level up and what exactly to do next. That's going to be the first step for you toward building real confidence and clarity with marketing. Because the truth is this, if you want to get past the startup phase, you've got to get your marketing under control, and that control starts with knowledge. Let's keep going. Now that I've addressed confidence, let's talk about what I actually did to get my first customers. Remember, I didn't have a budget. I had $30 and had a choice. Wait until I had enough money to start my business or use what I had at my disposal and make it count. So I created a flyer that looked like an award certificate and it said, "Congratulations, you've just received a danceogram. This award is good for one free dance lesson call to redeem." Simple, clever, and memorable. So I printed a stack of these flyers and I recruited my girlfriend, who's now my wife, to help me stuff them into mailboxes in the wealthy part of town. That stack of flyers cost me my last $30. I was all in. This was do or die. But within a few days, client number 1, then client number 2, then client number 3. The strategy worked. Was it scalable? No. Was it sustainable? Definitely not. But it proved something really important. You don't need big money to get started, just smart strategy and bold action. But here's the key. I didn't stay there. I didn't keep stuffing mailboxes for months on end, hoping for a breakthrough. By month 2, I reinvested my small wins, $430, into real marketing. I had an ad campaign that I launched that reached tens of thousands of people, and then it brought in serious leads, which helped me grow my business. So here's the message. No-cost or low-cost strategies are just a launch pad. They're not the engine that's going to scale your business. If you stay in hustle mode too long, doing random scattered marketing, you're going to burn out fast and stall your growth. Instead, use these tactics to get proof of concept, build momentum, and then reinvest wisely for future growth. That's how you move from survival to real traction. And that's where we hit Lemonology strategy number 12, shoestring advertising. What's the point of starting a business if you're not going to tell anyone about it? You don't need money to begin, but you do need a plan. So here it is. The 10-step marketing blueprint every broke entrepreneur needs when starting out. Part 1, build your no-cost marketing foundation. Step 1 is your messaging. Talk about the ways that you're different, not just better. Focus on the transformation, what changes in your client or customer's life because of your product or service. Number 2 is your offer. Create an irresistible offer that your customers would be crazy to pass up. Don't go cheap here. Don't just offer like $100 off or something cheap like that, but genuinely create something that sparks curiosity or urgency. People need a reason to act now, so give them one. Number 3 is your pitch. Once you have the message nailed down and the offer nailed down, script how you're going to deliver it. Practice, rehearse, and nail down your close. Don't wait until you finally get a lead and then fumble the sale because you didn't practice. Number 4 is your website. Keep it clean and clear. No clutter, no confusion. Ditch the dissertations. Use strong visuals, minimal text, and one clear call to action. And number 5 is your video assets. Video is a great way to communicate. Use your phone if you have to, if you don't have a camera or any sophisticated equipment. Just make sure that your audio is good. Audio is more important than visuals when it comes to video. Focus on helping the viewer, not impressing them. End every video with a strong, specific call to action. Okay, all of that, that's your foundation. Now we're going to move into part 2, getting the word out on a shoestring budget. Number 6 is networking. Go to a few local networking events, land a couple of clients, and then move on. Don't get stuck in a referral group that doesn't convert, and don't get sucked into the cult. You know what I'm talking about. Networking is a launch tool, not a long-term strategy. Number 7 is cold email. If you're B2B, cold email is gold. Use the right tools, not your newsletter email system. Cold email is different, and you can build a wildly scalable outreach strategy. Number 8 is paid media. Google Ads, Meta, Facebook, they all work great. Start with a small budget, even a couple dollars a day. Test everything and scale what works. Number 9, social media and content. Don't post for the sake of posting. The algorithms are at a near 0% reach right now. There's almost no point in posting organic anymore, so just don't waste your resources on that. Instead, focus on creating meaningful content that actually builds curiosity and authority for your business. And number 10, SEO. It's a long game, but worth starting. Focus on your core keywords, create relevant content using those keywords, but don't over-obsess with this whole thing. As your business grows, your online presence is going to grow with it. All right, well, that's the blueprint that I used to get my business off the ground with almost no money, and it still works today. But there's one more thing that you need to know that's really crucial and important here. I was so committed to growing my business that I sold everything I owned to stay afloat. Nothing was off the table, not even things that were very sentimental to me. My father gave me a rare model train set before he passed away. That wasn't something I wanted to sell, but I knew that he would want me to have a better life for myself. So I did sell it, and that sale brought me $2,000. Another $500 came from selling literally everything else that I owned. If it wasn't bolted down, I sold it, and I got another $500 for all of my possessions, basically. And that money gave me just enough breathing room for food, gas, and some basic living essentials until I got to the point where my business could sustain my life. And to make ends meet, I worked a second job in the mornings while my business ran in the evening. So I did get a second job, but it did not interfere with my business that I'd started. Was I exhausted? Absolutely. Was it worth it? 1,000% yes. Because I wasn't just chasing sales, I was chasing freedom, and I was chasing a new life for myself. I was changing the trajectory of the hand that I had been dealt. So if you're in a place where you're broke or barely making it by, here's my challenge to you. Take inventory, go through everything you own, and ask yourself this question: would I rather keep this thing or use it to build the life that I actually want? You might be surprised how much you're willing to trade for a shot at something greater. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. My name is Thomas, and this has been another episode of Lemonade Maker Live. If you had fun or learned anything new, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment down below, or share this episode with a fellow entrepreneur who needs to hear this message. Today, we unpacked an $800 million total marketing failure, and I showed you how to avoid similar fate with smart strategic marketing, even if you're broke, especially if you're broke. We proved that you don't need a big budget or any budget at all. What you need is a real plan and determination to see it through. But you also need something most entrepreneurs overlook, and that's education. In today's high-tech, fast-moving world, not knowing is not an excuse anymore, and being intimidated by marketing, digital tools, or AI well, that fear is going to hold you back longer than any lack of money ever will. That's why so many startup founders connect with us here at Lemonade Maker. We don't just hype you up and get you all excited. We help you level up with real strategy that's going to change your life forever. If you're ready to scale smart, we've got entrepreneur mastermind groups, Lemonade Lab workshops for marketing, tech, and AI education, and private one-on-one coaching to help you break through the exact challenges that you're dealing with. So don't be a stranger. Click the link in the channel header to check out everything we have for you. And while you're there, grab a copy of my book, Lemonade Maker, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Overcoming the Impossible, available everywhere books are sold. Inside Lemonade Maker, you're going to find 101 lemonology strategies, 9 cautionary character tales to avoid, and my 4 origins of innovation. Those are the keys to unlocking fresh ideas and breakthrough moments for your business. And be sure to keep an eye out this fall for my brand new book, Lemonade Maker Crossroads. It's the no-nonsense, all-action, tactical playbook every entrepreneur needs in their back pocket. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Until next time, remember, life gives entrepreneurs an extra dose of lemons. Fight back with Lemonade Maker strategies and turn your biggest challenges into your greatest successes. I'll catch you next time.